Hello. I hope you can hear me. So, welcome everyone to today's Community Council. Before we begin, I'd like to quickly introduce myself. So, I'm Pampi, your new community manager. Yay! And I'm very happy to be here today and be part of the DEFIT family. So, I've been following DEFIT for over a year now after meeting Kevin ETHCC in Brussels about last year. And I've been impressed with the development. So, let's dive into it. The community is due an update and has been waiting for it. So, Kevin, a question many have been wondering. Where have you been these last 2 months? Where were you? Excuse me, Kevin, to cut you. I can't hear you. And I think they can't hear you either. Could you guys hear me? Or is it only Kevin that you can't hear? Apparently, Kevin, your mic is off. Is that possible? I can't hear you either, by the way. Okay. Yeah, maybe he's a bot. I don't know. He wanted to keep the silence for longer, I guess. I guess he's gonna come back.
I am back. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Let's see if in the chat they can hear you. Yes, they can hear you too. Perfect.
This is perfect. Thank you so much for the introduction, Pampi. It's really good to have you. I think everyone is happy to have you. I think the first thing was we need a community manager, and now we have one, and not any community manager. Pampi is the community manager.
Thank you, Kevin.
Right. So, what was your question? Sorry.
So the question was, where have you been in the last 2 months? We need to know what has been happening. Where were you?
Look, like it's been so long that I see DeFites Buba is asking who is this guy. So it looks like they even forgot what I was looking. Um, look, I've been here. I went a bit more IL in real life. um, the whole I mentioned about the founders hustle and stuff, and it's actually quite real that I've been spending a lot of time the last couple of years on the internet, and I really needed to take a little break from all of that, spend more time back into running as well, enjoying the May challenge for myself. It felt good. Took a little step back as well from the space in general, just thinking where we are, where we're heading for the next 3, 5, 10 years. Speaking to a lot of other founders as well. I've spent a lot of time in the Solana community lately, analyzing trends, seeking feedback, experience, studying as well past projects in play to earn, the move to earn, what worked, what didn't from a model perspective. And I think it's fair to say that it didn't really work for the most part. So I really needed to understand why.
Yeah. And why is that? And also, what were your key takeaways from that?
Well, there's definitely a lot. Like, I think one of the things that I understood the most is that if you look at like Bitcoin, for example, like which is considered as an inflation hedge, it has about 1.8% annual inflation, coming from the rewards to the miners that keeps on reducing every 4 years with the halving. Ethereum, on the other side, has a median annual inflation around 0.8, right, to reward stakers. I mean, it's meant to become deflationary since the proof of stake, but it's still not. But it's pretty close to Bitcoin, far to be deflationary, but still on the low side. Solana has an inflation around 7-8% right now. That also goes to stakers as rewards for validators, right? And this number also decreased 15% every year until it gets to 1.5%. Now, there is no surprise that any play or move to earn chart out there just doesn't look so good when you have a project that have 50, 100, or even more than 100% inflation every year. We rewarded with DEFIT around 8.7 million tokens over the last 2.5 years in rewards. And that's around 19-20% inflation annually, right? I mean, at peak last year, I shared this with the community that we were earning 150,000 tokens per week when we hit the 30 cents spot there. And that clearly wasn't sustainable. And that's when we tried with the halving. Like, it came into the picture to be a way to reduce that inflation, because it's really hard to have an economy where not everyone here can actually be a Bitcoin miner or can be a Solana as well validator. But anyone in DeFi can basically mine tokens by doing sport, right? And it's really hard to find a way where you can sustain and drive value to the token by not being too inflationary and at the same time giving away rewards from it, right? And finding the right balance in the middle. So we could have just done nothing, let it run to zero. But I kind of made the mission from day one to crack the model. So we tried something with the halving that we implemented. And
Did it work?
It played a part. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I think we should ask the community as well. Did the halving work? And guys, please feel free to express as well. Share in comment in the text section anything about the conversation we're having right now. Wait, Victor is saying that there is a background music. I don't think there is. Yeah.
Apparently, he can turn it off, I believe, manually.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what is that background music, but I'm not having any. Do you have some?
No. I only hear you.
Okay, that's good then. So yeah, as I was saying, you asked if it worked. Well, it actually partly worked. Yes, good. The supply is fixed, but it's still considered inflation. Bitcoin is also fixed, but you have the circulating supply and the new supply being added into the circulating, right? Which is still considered inflation. So partly the halving definitely worked because it did massively reduce the inflation. Well, just not the way we wanted though. We aim to achieve this to have an increasing price and then DeFi token rewards reducing. But the bad side is that it happens through our community losing tiers because of the selling pressure, suppressing the price going down, tier requirements going up, and that negatively affected the community sentiment. And it gave a feeling that there is no point being early, there is no point of buying a tier if I'm losing it.
So what do you think? What do you think the solution is then? If that's not the solution?
Well, we had done like a quick fix, not as a solution. Like Imak just said in the chat, we decided to at least freeze the bronze so no one ever gets lower than bronze and losing a status though having token. So that wasn't the solution, but that was just a quick implementation to limit the damage, let's say. But it wasn't the long-term solution we were looking for. So now we've come up with one. So it's a solution that has been discussed for a while already, that has been like detailed and discussed a lot as well with the VIP members. And basically the concept is like Ethereum and Solana reward stakers. And we're implementing a model where our community can lock the tiers, like making some sort of like proof of commitment to the project. As of today, it's only a buy and hold, which is extremely flexible. But we just wanted to say, you are subject to the halving now, but if you actually lock your tiers right now with a good offer, then regardless of the fluctuation, you know that you're going to secure your tier and it's not going to change. So I think this is something that the community has been asking for a long time. This is also something that is going to send a very bullish message out there. Like if you look at, okay, Solana planned to actually reduce inflation as more than 50% of the total supply is being staked, right? And it's kind of an incentive to say, okay, like let's lock it, then inflation goes down, value goes up, right? So showing how much of the total supply is being locked is an actually insanely bullish message in crypto. And then meanwhile, the base rewards still being subject to the halving. So that way, we're ensuring that the inflation is being reduced as more people participate into the ecosystem.
Yeah, I've seen that's something everyone is eagerly looking forward to. So can you give us more details? And I think that's also what Victor is asking for.
Absolutely. So we gave a name to the project, right? What is it, Pampi?
Run it back? Project Run It Back.
Let's run it back. So we
Let's
just
go.
run it back. Well, it makes sense because we already back to the 6-7 cents area, which is pretty much like where we were before the pump last year, like around the 5 cents area. So now we kind of back into that 6-7 cents area. So we are going to offer the first run it back offer, which is going to be you can secure your tier at the same amount of token as it was previously, originally, which means bronze 3,000, silver 10,000, gold 30,000, plat 50, diamond 100K.
Okay.
But it's going to be limited. We cannot offer this like to everyone, and we don't want to go back from the values of the tiers that we currently have. This will remain the default. Now this is just the first offer as we progress towards the launch to Solana. So we currently have at the moment, I think at peak, we had around 60 diamond accounts, and then some more. Now we currently have a 629. So basically the total amount of legends with the tier status in DEFIT has stagnated, but it hasn't gone down. We are still 805 people with a tier status right now, which is the top that we had, raising from 600 to 800 last year, and then kind of plateau around 800 when the tier status became too high, and then everything happened. So we have 629 bronze right now, 100 silver, 30 gold, 36 plat, and 10 diamonds. with the current status on the website, which is what, 230K for diamond or something. So we are going to offer that run it back offer to 200 spots for bronze, 100 for silver, 75 for gold, 50 for plat, 25 per diamonds. So that is going to be the limit for the first get in now offer, run it back offer. We're going to discuss the timeline. So there's more to it. We also decided that we're going to make the first adjustment to the withdrawal, which has been also a topic that has been long discussed. So basically, withdrawal is going to be adjusted as well for the people that lock the tier. So it's not going to change for bronze because anyway, a bronze doesn't earn more than 1,000, but it earns actually much less. Same for the silver. So it's 1,000 for bronze, 1,000 for silver. We're increasing to 1,500 for gold, 2,000 for plat, 3,000 per week for diamond. So yes, you will get all of those data. So when it comes to the withdrawal, wait guys, I can see some questions coming through. So let me just quickly pick up from them. How do we log them? The process is going to be explained, but we've basically built now the 3K for plat scrape. We've actually built now, two actually, right, 3 for diamonds. So we've actually built now the feature where you're going to deposit in the smart contract in game and then lock in game. So basically that will allow the transition of the token going into the smart contract. And then when you will withdraw your stake, whenever you want, after the period, you will have your tokens on Solana directly. So that will be as well like an easy, smooth transition into deposit and claim from game onto Solana. There is also more to this offer. I think it's really important for us to also recognize everyone that has stick around. And I know the last couple of months since beginning of the year has been quite, let's say, underwhelming in many aspects, and also because we took a bit of a step back and we're a bit less active, but we didn't stop working. So that's why we're going to have so many bullish news and things that we have built, but we'll talk about that later. But we've also decided to do some DEFIT raffles for everyone that joined the running back offer. So we're going to have 200 spots for bronze, and we're going to make a raffle for 5 common DEFIT among the 200. That's a 2.5% luck of winning a DEFIT. For the 100 spot in silver, we're going to also raffle 3 common DEFIT and 2 uncommon DEFIT. That give a 5% luck of getting one. For the gold 75 spots, we are going to raffle 1 common DEFIT, 2 uncommon, and 1 rare. For the plat 50 spots, that's a 5% as well for gold. We are also going to raffle 3 uncommon and 1 rare DEFIT. And for the diamond 25 spot, that's 8% for plat. We're also going to raffle 1 uncommon, 1 rare, and 1 epic with a 12% luck of earning one of them. So I think that's our way of saying we heard, we listen, we putting an offer now for everyone who wants to lock the tier status with the original numbers, knowing that most of the community right now has a lot more token than the original numbers, but also raffling some DEFIT up to the epic status. This is going to be the wave 1. And then there will be a wave 2 for those that could not participate into this wave 1. So the wave 2 will come, but with a lesser discount on the current. So I don't know if I look at the current right now, what's the current numbers? If I go to defit.com and then go to the game page. Okay, so yeah, you see, so silver right now is 24K. We're making it 10, gold is 72, we're making it 30, plat is going to be 50, now it's 120, and diamond 241 down to 100. So the wave 2 will be another offer in between those two, between the wave 1 discount, massive discount, which is over 50%, it's actually 60% discount. The wave 2 will be at a lesser discount to the current values, okay? With no raffle. And then moving forward, it will be a mandatory requirement to be earning the tokens as a legend in DEFIT. It will have to be lock. So how does the lock actually work? It's going to be a lock for 1 year. You can actually do an early withdrawal of your entire holdings because anything that has been locked for your tier status is not subject to any kind of withdrawal limit. You can withdraw 100% of it at once. So basically, you will have an early withdrawal after 6 months. So say you locked and then you earn with your status, your rewards, the token pump, you're like, I'm good. I just want to exit now after 6 months. I don't need to wait a year. Then you can withdraw everything. But there will be a fee on your rewards. So if you basically withdraw everything after 6 months, there's a 50% tax on the rewards. But if you wait every single day that pass until 12 months, the tax is completely removed. So after 1 year, 12 months, 360 days actually, you can withdraw everything, your entire primary plus your rewards without any fee. So that's how it works. And then that will be the requirement now moving forward after wave 1 with a big discount for our early supporters and community members. Wave 2 for those that could not get into wave 1, and then mandatory for everyone to lock the token. And I think this is something that you can never be certain, right? And if it took so long for us, is that I had to study every single project out there that actually works. We had to discuss at length with the VIP holders as well to really find something that is attractive for everyone and that is going to send that bullish message coming to Solana and say, hey, look, this is the value of DeFi token that are actually locked because we participate into the ecosystem. And I think that's the biggest bullish message we can send as we go to Solana. That's going to draw the whole Solana community to join us at launch. Did I lose you, Pampi? Sorry.
Bless you. No, I was listening.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So
I can see we
I
have
was
a couple
actually
of
also,
questions.
yes, that's what I was looking at, to be honest.
So what if you lock Gene gold for 30K and you have another 30K? How does the tier get calculated? Or is it either the tier lock or the variable one? So if you basically, I mean, moving forward, it's going to be only on locking, right? So if you lock 30, you gold, and then the over 30 doesn't count towards your tier. It can just be like your reserve. Sounds good with the locking option. Can't wait to lock in diamonds. Thanks, mate. We're actually really happy with that. You know, we still have around 10 diamonds right now, which means that 10 people, 10 accounts have over 240,000. So that basically means that if they split all their wallets, they can actually fulfill all the spots, which is not the goal, obviously. But yeah, like I think it was a massive discount. I wasn't totally sold, but I think the VIPs really pushed on that one, just to make sure that this is something that is going to be well received for all of you, because that was the original numbers that got you into DEFIT at the beginning.
Well, then I think it's very exciting. I'm looking forward to see how this is going to roll. But I'm also wondering, uh, what's new with the app? That's the part I'm pretty excited about, to be honest. So,
Yes,
what's
there is
happening
the
with the
app.
app?
Okay, we're gonna come to that. Let me just go through a couple more discussion I can see in
Questions?
the chat
Yeah.
right now. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
see any
Oh, they're
deals for
sending quite a few.
shareholders, Victor? No, there's no deals for shareholders on the token side. It's a different ecosystem. So I want to lock in Diamond. This is great. Glad to hear that, Buba. Squate validate as well that the 2K is around right, knowing that there is not going to be the auto refill no more, but we can discuss that. DEFIT level for Diamond 100K versus the 240K right now. It was around 120, or it was 100, yeah. Yes, Jay Good, you can obviously use your in-game tokens to lock, or you can deposit if you need more to get to the next level. Look at 100K for 25 slots. Yes, that's correct. If you have never withdrawn any DEFIT, brother, you definitely probably have what you need in the app to actually lock. That's great. Gemini lock system look as MNW. I'm not too sure what is MNW. I don't know it actually. I can see talking about language, Morpheus network. They had similar lock system. Anyway, out of DEFIT. Okay. Good luck to you, brother. What about season 2? We're gonna get to that. 100K. How's Sammy doing? Sammy's doing great, actually. I had him on the phone not too long ago. Okay, let's continue. I see a lot of chatter. So you ask about the app.
Yes, I was asking about the app. What's happening with the app?
Well, don't you know already?
I do, but act like I don't know and explain to me. To us.
Okay. So we have the 3.0 app, which we have been building for months now. We didn't release any news just because, well, a couple of things first. First, we wanted to move to Solana around Q1 or Q2. And basically, we were not sure about where the market was heading. And I was honestly hoping, like, I was looking forward for ETH rally for a long time. That did not happen. And I think, like, what would have been the worst is for us to move to Solana and then see pumping, which actually now ETH has rallied 33% over 1 month. So I'm actually quite glad that we benefit from that and then move to Solana. So when it comes to the app, it's been also important for us to get everything ready, but also make sure that the whole timeline is going to be packed and intense over a couple of months as deploying the new app, pushing the updates, pushing the move to Solana, etc. And also me having the best connection in that space, in the ecosystem of Solana. And there has been some development about that that you guys probably will hear soon. So the app, we're going to have 3 major releases. So there's a couple of things, but the community already mostly know. We've tried to build something that really stands out, something that is really a gamified sport app, right? And then clearly stand out from everything out there. So the new app is not Candy Crush kind of like cartoonish thing, but it definitely gives that gamification style. The app is something we've built from the user acquisition campaign we've been running with ads Q4 last year, learning about, okay, we got the retention right, the acquisition, sorry, we're getting like 40K users a month, but one, the retention is not that great because there is so many problems. You go to the Apple Store, to the Play Store, especially the Play Store, people see an ad, they don't join Discord, they don't go reading a white paper, they do a first 10 minutes walk, and then we tell them, sorry, it's 20 minutes minimum. Like you can't get anything. And then they do an activity and they do another one and they're like, sorry, it's got to be 16 hours. So, and then they just give a 1-star review and they just quit, right? So we've been thinking about, okay, all of these negative comments we've got, how do we improve that? Second thing, very important, was like people are coming in and now we are not selling anything. There's no conversion. So how are we going to monetize as a gaming app, €1 here, €2 there? How do we get people on board spending microtransaction that you don't need to sweat because it's so small amounts anyway, and that's fine. And we've been building that whole ecosystem. So this is everything we've learned from the last 2 years and that we condensed into that. So one of the things was we stopped the auto refill of the energy. Yes. But we introduced the daily bonus. That's to improve retention and daily usage of the app, right? If you don't use the app for a week, energy is back. Well, now you just have to come in every day and claim it, right? On the daily bonus. We also implemented something new that is a weekly dashboard that you can see your week, and then you can see what days you actually did sport and collected coins and what day you missed. So that will be the first step into the streaks and some streaks bonus as well. And we decided to kill the locker room. So too complex to get people into a locker room. We created a new widget on the homepage where you don't have feedbacks anymore. So the concept of feedbacks is still the same, but instead of winning a feedback, you win directly the game items, right? The energy drinks and stuff. So it makes it so much easier because you remove the feedbacks. I need to open feedbacks and then get drinks. No, you get the drinks directly and they on your homepage, and it's much easier to use. Another thing that we did to again simplify, because you start an app and then you try to build all of those mechanisms that make you sound smart, and then you just keep building and building, and then you realize it's too complicated for the average person that just want to download it and have fun. So we are killing the 16-hour rule. So there's no more 16 hours. Everyone is going to be on a calendar day. It starts from midnight to midnight based on your time zone. We've also, because you can change time zone on your mobile and try to cheat, right? So we've actually built a feature that limits how many time zone you can change. If you change time zone too often, then you're going to get locked. So this way, no more 16 hours. It's one claim per day per baby feet or per beginner or tier legend that doesn't have a baby, right? Which makes things easier. And then the second thing is that there is no more order. Like, or if you claimed an activity before, you cannot claim the next one. That we removed as well. It's like, if you did 3 activities today, well, you can just decide and pick and claim any of it. And if you can claim 2, you can claim 2 as well. So we removed some of the rules that was making things complicated for people to understand. We also removed we had the 8 hours rule. You have 8 hours or 12 hours to claim. Now it's just 1 activity per day. So you claim once a day. The other thing is that we included a widget baby feet as well, where people have in-app purchase and then can buy the so-called digital or ghetto baby feet, right? So anybody that joined the ecosystem can easily get in. And then every time somebody get a referral from a friend, and join the app, they have a 50% discount on the first baby fee, just to get people to get started with something that doesn't cost much money, do a macro transaction, join the fund. So that's very, very different. And then obviously the lock your tier status offer, where you can just buy the coin, lock it, get a legendary status. And the last thing that we are going also to implement is on a premium and premium plus that allows for $2.99 per month just to connect wearables and then have better quality items, 15 energy drinks, etc. In the daily bonus. So it's all of those small things that can start building the monthly recurrent revenue that we need, and the tier status still being linked to the actual token. That's for the version 1 that we're going to release. There's a lot more animation, a lot more sound effect as well. I think the app is getting really, really fun actually. The V2, so that's coming like, let's say end of this month. Okay, so August, we're gonna have that. We're gonna have the lock tier status with the run it back offer until it's sold out, and then move into the wave 2. Then we're gonna release the V2. The V2 has the challenges, finally. Challenges are dope. We are not going to create challenges to begin with. It's going to be essentially community created challenges. So you guys will be able to create your challenge, choose the kind of challenge that you do. And then there's the different structure for the 3 kind of challenges, where there is the fees for the winners, for the creator, for the DEFIT app as well. So that is coming on V2 with the referral system, with multi-level on referral and commission. So one of the big problems that I have seen, beside inflation, we said DeFi 20% inflation, Bitcoin 1.5, Ethereum 0.8, Solana 7.8, DeFi 20. One of the big problems that I see is the lack of Web3 incentives tied to revenue generation. So the referral based on your tier status, from diamond to bronze, you're going to have a different percentage of commission on all the people that you invited and spend money, and then all the people that they will invite as well. So we will actually do a revenue sharing with our referrers, top referrers in the app, with no limits. And I think that's a great way to also incentivize the community to promote, earn USDC cashback, USDC rewards, payback on this in stable coins, and being able to also try to get influential people to be referred, because they will also have a greater impact in referring other people. And then the V3, we're gonna
Just
have.
before, sorry,
Yes.
DEFIT. Sorry, Kevin, to
Sorry,
interrupt. No, sorry, I wanted to say sorry, Kevin. They're just asking a few questions
Okay.
regarding the V1. So they're asking the lock is end of August, and same for V1. V1 will be released at the end
No,
of August or August?
July.
No, okay.
End of
July,
July 4.
okay. End of July for?
But the V1 is being released with the lock system.
I think that answers the question. Yes. Just checking quickly. Oh yes,
So
and also
while we implement that, the halving, the whole system is still going to be available until we do the full switch to the new system.
yeah, and another question was, what do we do with the racer superpower? And they were asking if it means they can simply use the BabyFit twice a day.
Yes, absolutely. It's not the
Perfect.
racer. Is it the racer? Yeah, it's the racer. Yes, twice a day. It's still the same thing, but it
Okay.
just works on calendar days.
Perfect. I think that clarifies, and I believe it was the only questions that were happening as you were speaking. Yeah, I believe so. So you were saying V3.
I was almost there. So what's coming on the V3 is the Quest. So the Quest and the Friends feature. So you will be able to have your teams, obviously, but there will be also a friend, more social features coming into. And I think from there, we're going to have the full ecosystem. And if I may have the V4, but pretty much the same as the V3, Quest, Friend, Social, and the shop. So for the shop itself, we used to have vouchers for all the brands, but we kind of figured as well that the best is that we just build the whole DEFIT ecosystem and DEFIT as a brand. So the shop is going to be all the DEFIT products available there, where you can actually use the coins to actually like as many coins as you want to get the price from retail price all the way down to pretty much manufacturing price at cost. So giving more utility to it, as well as promoting the whole DFIT branded product and BabyFit branded product in there. And I think that's about it for the app. And I think that's going to take us from August on that V1, September, October, and then by November, having that complete full app with all the new features from tiers to the challenges, the quest, and the friends and social.
Yay! That's pretty cool. Yes, someone was also asking if the lock is mandatory.
You don't have to lock in the wave 1, or you don't have to lock in the wave 2 if you don't want to. But after that, the whole system will become as a lock system, yes.
Okay. Maybe you'd like to speak also about the migration to Solana.
Yes, but shall we go through the questions we have already collected from the community, maybe, and then anything that we eventually did not cover?
So let's see. I think we've covered. So for now, we've covered the app.
You want to go through the questions that you picked from the community?
Yes, I'm checking. I'm looking for ones you haven't really asked yet.
Okay. Yeah, you skip the personal feelings and how you're doing.
Yeah, so this one.
Actually, you can just read them all. I'll give quick answers, but let's just make sure that the community knows we went through all the questions. Yeah.
Okay, so first question, the community has missed you. There were questions about a lot of things. But this one you pretty much answered to it already. Where have you been? What were you doing?
Okay. Yes, we have answered that. I've been around, and yeah, I've been really deeply involved into the whole Solana ecosystem since beginning of the year, just to make sure that we have the best launch ramp as we go to Solana.
Actually, this one was my question, to be very honest. I wanted to know what your current feeling about DEFIT is after these last months, after the market also has been a little bit complicated. So obviously, as a founder, you have to be bullish, but I'm wondering what's your really current state of mind?
I think that how to say it?
A lot has happened.
I constantly challenge my mind, challenge my way of thinking, And sometimes you settle into doubts or you give in into doubts and a lot of confusing thoughts. And it took me a lot of discussion with many other founders to actually understand first that DeFi has not failed in any ways. And it's actually quite remarkable. And I know that we have a very high level of expectations for ourselves. The community has also a high level of expectations for us. And sometimes I'm like, well, we are not 100 million yet. So yeah, we failed, you know. But looking back and looking at all the discussions that I've had, it's actually quite remarkable what we are today as a community, as a product, which is the third generation of the product right now. We haven't just built one thing. For those that were here when we only started with a free to play and nothing else, it's quite amazing to see all the progress that we have done up to this point. And we've learned so much. And only I realized that when I talk to founders or like early stage startups that I meet within Solana, and that they ask me advice about how to get to 100,000 users, etc. And this is not a given. So I'm actually super proud to answer your question about how do I feel about DeFit. I am proud of everything that we have accomplished, but I'm still very hungry and unsatisfied about where we are right now. And though I was a bit in doubt about even my own capacity because it's not always easy, especially when you get a lot of critiques online, and it can be really hurtful. So that's why I also needed the break from everything. I'm not satisfied, but I'm extremely bullish and extremely confident that we are going to take this far, even much further. And even though it took longer time than I would have expected, we are still here in 2025 for a project that launched in 2021. We are still here at a 2 million market cap and 3.5 million FDV. We touched 10 million market cap last year. And if we have done it, we can do it again and we can do it better. So I'm extremely bullish about the next 12 months for us, especially if the market continues to rise as it does right now. That's perfect.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm glad that the fact that you've been in contact with people also has brought you a new perspective, because obviously when you're in your project, you're working, you're doing all these things, you don't necessarily realize what's happening and you're focused, well, on the problems because you're trying to solve them. So you don't really see the full picture, which I believe is more positive than the feeling you might have had. So that's interesting. Um, So we spoke already about the app. We spoke about when it's happening, which were some questions that we've received. You spoke also about the features in the app that are changing. And I think, I don't know if you've said everything regarding the changes with the babies.
No, we haven't spoken about the babies yet.
Oh no, I can't believe that.
Okay, so one thing about the babies as well, like, why did it take so long? Why are we not yet? Very, very good question. So, as I went into a phase of exploring and reflecting and looking back into the app itself, the model, everything, like I also started to think about the art. And I know the community is starting to do some AI babies and stuff, and it was really cool. And with ChatGPT now, we've done 3D babies, which is amazing, like honestly. So it started to basically allow me to bring to life that vision that I wouldn't dare doing a year or 2 years ago before AI, just because it costs too much money. But now we're actually able to generate, which is incredible. So I've been thinking about the art direction, and this is why I also delay a bit, like making sure where we're going next. But Sami has already designed almost all of them at the UniFit stage. So we're definitely going to proceed with the launch of the UniFit. When exactly? Well, it's a good question, which is probably not an answer that people are going to like, but I would like to do that along with the Solana launch, which means it's not like immediately. And why is that? Because that will bring such a great marketing for the people who want to join and have to go through the baby feed stage purchase, because we already see the evolution of the community that already reached the level 10, right? And I think the evolution of the babies anyway is what's going to bring like the hype into growing them into adult, but it's also what's going to bring the room for the community to improve earnings as we go, or to maintain as inflation like reduce, as the halving increase and the amount of DEFIT earned reduce, but the baby is always having that room to grow into 3 different stages and also earning more superpowers. So this is where I want to take it. And by the way, because we have a new app, we need a new website. So we have a new website to be released probably within the next 10 days, which is full baby fit mode with a super dope video that we've generated as well regarding the babies, that explain the new app. And I'm super excited about that new website and new brand identity.
Hey, there's questions, but I feel like they're not related to what you were saying. So maybe we can come back to these later. It's very distracting, to be honest.
I can just see one question where to ask clarification. That's from Mboro. What if there are more wishes to lock than there are spot available? Is it first come, first serve? Or will there be an early round for those who have been and have been sufficient? So the first wave, the wave one with the run it back, is definitely first come, first serve until all spots are taken. And then we go into the wave two. So there will be room. How many spots in the wave one? Because we got 805 people with chair status, with legion status right now. And the total of chair status in the wave one is 2, 3, 4, 450. So it's 50%. So wave one is 50%. So there will be the wave two for the people that did not want to join the wave one. And again, if people don't want to join the wave one, don't want to join the wave two, no problem. You can just keep your token right now as it is, going with the halving mechanism as you know it today on the hold side, until we are progressively moving fully into that new model.
Okay. So before we move on to the next questions, well, we also had quite a few questions about the locked tier. Do you believe we've covered the topic, or do you think there's still some questions that need to be answered too?
What's the more questions about the locked tier that you've seen?
Like the questions that I've collected, you mean?
You say there are more?
I think in the current chat we might have some.
I think we
but
covered a lot already. I see some messages in the chat now. Cryptoly saying 1 year is long in crypto. It is, my friend, and 4 years is also a long time. We've been around for 4 years, so 1 year out of 4 is pretty much nothing. And I think you were here July last year. And I'm so glad you are still here tonight, July this year. So yeah, 1 year can be long in crypto, but 1 year also isn't that long. We've been around for a long time and we're going to be around much longer. So I see JNK has a transaction failed. I need to pick that up. Can you pick that up, Pumpy? The GNK message in the chat. Maybe GNK has a ticket in Discord.
Yeah, we can look at.
Yeah, share your ticket number, please, GNK, and we're going to pick that up. Yes, you've already said 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks asking. Okay. Please share your ticket number. We're going to pick it up.
Perfect. So I think, yeah, we've covered the chat. Let's get back to the general questions I've gathered. So, Loctier covered, I believe. Now, it was question 4, 5. Well, we've also spoken about the token. So, what can you tell us about it at this stage?
I think, look, we are well past. We covered most of the topics that was asked. I just want to thank everybody for coming. Once again, it's an exciting time. It's an exciting time, and I understand that a lot of things need to be done. A lot of things need to be done faster, but we also didn't want to rush anything. We in a good spot right now. That Solana migration is something that I'm extremely bullish about. The new app is incredible in my opinion, and I really hope that you're all gonna love it. I think we have great days. I think I'm very happy as well. You definitely bring a lot of good vibes into the team and the community. So that's a great thing. When Solana migration, guys, there is no way I can tell you. Okay. So you would like to know, I would like to know. The reality is that nobody knows. I've seen teams that actually raised like token pre-sale in 2023 and 2024, and they have not TG yet. Like, like it's ridiculous. Like it's a pre-sale and still not TG. Okay, like, and I'm asking them why. It's like they're scared of TGE, right? Just because it's so hard. Number one, in the market today, where Pump Down Fund is launching 40,000 tokens per day. All right, like this is just how crazy everything has been, right? Like 40,000 tokens a day. So my take on the Solana launch, I don't want to be just one of the 40,000 tokens that launch. I just want to be one of the top 10 most bullish projects that actually launch in the months on Solana. And to get to that stage, I need to know everyone. And all the work that I've been doing lately with the Super Team France, Solana UK, I was with as well last weekend, Solana Balkans, Brazil, Ireland. I am first getting to know them, building the relationships, the Solana Foundation as well. And I just want to make sure that I meet everyone and I have the best possible support within the ecosystem from the top people. So DEFIT is not just one of the 40,000 tokens being launched on Solana, but DEFIT is one of the most awaited and expected project in the top 10 bullish project to be launched in this quarter, for example. Like this is the stage where I want us to be before we launch. So this is why I can't tell, because it depends on just the people that I'm meeting. And then when I will have this intuition, like, okay, this is the way of launching DEFIT on Solana in the best, most bullish way, then we will go ahead. Do I wish we were there already? Yes, because now everybody's making so much fun of me because all the Solana events are like, okay, this is Kevin, and he's the only guy here who is not on Solana, but still like involved into every Solana events and community calls and everything, but I'm not on Solana. So it will make my life easier if we were already. But yeah, I can't tell because I want Earth to be just not one of the 40,000. I want Earth to be one of the top 10 most bullish thing to come. So when time is right.
Yeah, so you're preparing basically the move there in the best way possible, because obviously it's easy to just, in between brackets, make it happen, but making it happen the right way, in a way that can last and really benefit the project, is another one. So I think it's a good thing to maybe take it slow, be there, be the only ETH guy, but prepare for, well, the move to Solana. So
Yes, I don't want to be a 1700-ish token on CoinMarketCap right now. I think we've been in that range, 1700 to 1800 for the last year or so. Last year, we managed to break, I think, into 1300 on CoinMarketCap. Like DEFIT has to be at least a top 500, 250, right? I don't know what's the market cap right now on top 250 on CoinMarketCap, but this is all I want for it. So for that, we need to have the best connections, Pumpy. We need to have everyone on Solana, all the big guys supporting us. That will be
your network is your net worth, right?
100%. And by the way, I didn't mention that, but I'm actually in Paris right now because there is a Solana mobile hackathon. So for those who don't know, Solana sold 150,000 Seeker phone, like Solana phone, and they started to ship. I mean, there's only a few like demo here and there, but they're actually starting to ship all the mobile from August 4th onwards, and they are publishing the DApp store. So we're organizing now a 10 days mobile workshop in Paris with about 20 developers on Solana and me on Polygon. And we're actually building mini apps to be deployed on the Seeker mobile. So we are going to submit the DEFIT new app onto the DApp store for potentially 150,000 Solana users, Seeker users. And we also created another mini sport app just for fun, just as an MVP to be published there. And that will redirect people to DEFIT. So we are using also this Solana mobile hackathon to be the one publishing sport app into it. So potentially capture that audience and get that exposure to all the people that will receive the Seeker mobile in the month of August.
Okay. So do you want to wrap it up, or Kevin,
Yes.
or do you want to?
Last questions. I'm taking Victor. Any IRL events or conferences DEFIT will participate? You will hear about it very soon because as I said, there has been some developments lately. So you will hear about it. Most likely there is an event end of August, but to be honest, I've been also a bit tired. I've been by myself going to the events, setting up the booth and everything. Well, maybe Aya is coming with me next time. So we have one in Biarritz. You will come help me?
I'm not sure I can carry a lot of stuff, but I'll try my best.
Okay, not to carry, but to engage people.
Of course.
Perfect. So I'm not too sure about the events. I'm asked to organize many events, but it's really exhausting as well. So I'm taking kind of a step back from the events and conferences. Maybe something end of August, but there should be a lot of stuff But one of the biggest one is that I'm actually working on organizing High Soul. You guys know that we organized the first fitness competition for the Web3 community, High Soul, and I'm actually securing right now the High Soul Breakpoint official venue. So that will be huge. We're like discussing with a couple of sponsors, but normally, fingers crossed, I'm getting the approval from the foundation, from Solana Foundation, to be the fitness guy organizing all the fitness events during Abu Dhabi Breakpoint. So that will be sick. And instead of doing many events, I just want to be laser focused on the DEFIT side and on the High Soul Abu Dhabi, because that is what will give us the greatest impact. And hopefully that will be like the pinnacle of, okay, this is the guy from DEFIT. He organized that fitness event with 500 people, 600 people, whatever, and then he's launching DEFIT. And that will be like the best possible marketing for us. I mean, for me as a personal branding, but just to make sure that DEFIT is known by everyone before we are even there. So let's wrap it up. Bullish. I think I've
Very
really
bullish.
re-energized, very bullish. I'm full of energy. Pumpy is bringing a lot of energy to the team as well. François, Robin are still 100% dedicated and now working as hard as ever on the developments. Yes, there is some stuff that we haven't been addressing. I think I honestly got quite burnt out, in all honesty, a few months ago. And this is why the shop has not been running. This is why some tickets have not been answered. And I do apologize. They've been burnt out for real. So that last couple of months really helped. Feeling extremely confident and pumped about everything that's ahead. And thank you once again, because if you are still here today, it means that you have shown understanding and patience with us despite not being at our best in the last couple of months. And I thank you so much for that. So I appreciate you all. Pumpy, you will have a lot of work with the recap tomorrow.
I already have a headache.
A headache? No, come on. So
there's a lot of information to translate and write the best I can for everyone in French as well. So that's going to be double the work, but it's important. So it will be done. It's important.
okay.
So yeah.
So tomorrow, guys, we'll prepare the recap for you with Pumpy, and you will have product roadmap, and you will have all details regarding the cheer locks and everything. Okay? It's too early for headache, Pumpy. All right.
Well, it's
Thank
a
you
joke.
so much.
It's a joke.
Thank you, Pumpy. Thank you, everyone. We're gonna head back to the developer workshop right now with the guys coding some insane stuff. I appreciate you all once again. DEFIT, best move to earn. DEFIT still remain and will be the best move to earn for sure. I appreciate you all. Have a great night, great day wherever you are, and speak to you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you, Kevin. Bye bye. Bye, everyone.
We are closing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone. Thank you.